Hey guys, so apparently there might be defects with the Samsung Buds 3 Pro. If you haven't heard, Samsung stopped shipping the Buds 3 Pro for quality control due to reports of the ear tips breaking when being removed. Some others have reported other issues with the earbud construction and the lights. I did get my earbuds early, so maybe it was too late for Samsung to stop my shipment, or my buds are just completely fine. I haven't had any problems or noticed any issues with mine after about a week of use, but I think I should take a closer look at mine and see. So here are the reported issues that I'm going to check. First, the earbuds not sitting evenly in the case. Second, the seams around the earbuds are not flush or have gaps. Third, misaligned blade lights. And fourth, the ear tips breaking off when being removed. Okay, let's get started. Okay, first, let's check that the earbuds are sitting evenly in the case. So off the bat, I don't really see any unevenness here. We're supposed to be looking for a difference in the heights when these buds are in the cases. So one might be a little bit higher than the other, but I don't really see that here. So I think mine look good. But just to make sure, I'm going to reseat these and see if there's any variability. And I think there's a little tiny bit of height difference, but it's really insignificant, so I'm not concerned about it. I think we can say this passes the first check for the buds not sitting evenly in the case. Okay, next is to check the seams around the earbuds, which may not be flush or have gaps. So over here, we should be looking for significant gaps in the seams. Most people are reporting gaps around the contours, around the circular areas, and also the underside of the earbuds. So taking a closer look here, I do see some tiny little gaps, but I don't think they are pretty significant. If I rub my nails through them, they still feel pretty flush. It's not like an actual gap where I can stick my nail in there. So the seam problems can also happen at the bottom of the stems. Looking at mine here, the gaps seem pretty tight here, so I don't think there's any concern with the bottom seams. Okay. I'm just gonna do a quick check on the other earbud as well for the seam issue. Okay, let's give it a turn around, look at the underside. The underside actually looks a little bit tighter on this one. No gaps there, so that's good. The outer areas and top look, oh, maybe here. Let's see if there's a little bit of a bump when I give it a scratch, and it seems fine. It's still pretty flush. Okay, now let's check the bottom of the stems on this one. So far, nothing is sticking out to me. Everything looks pretty tight. I'm not seeing any issues here, so I think these are pretty good. Maybe just doing a little bit of a scratch test to see if there's an actual gap, but no, there's not. So I think these are a pass for the seam check. Okay, now let's take a look at if we have any misaligned blade lights. So to turn these on, you have to pinch a certain spot on the earbuds to turn on the lights. And I'm having a bit of trouble turning them on because it's supposed to be just a pinch, but I just can't get it to turn on. There we go. So off the bat, the lights look pretty even to me. The brightness and intensity are pretty even, I would say. Let's maybe line these up to see if we can find any differences. And I don't see any. Maybe lining them up a different way, we can see something different. But I'm not seeing anything here. Everything looks pretty symmetrical. Okay, one last look at these. Yeah, I don't see any issues here with the blade lights. So, blade lights will pass the check here. Okay, this may be just a user error rather than a QC issue, but I was having a real hard time trying to turn off the blade lights. It seems like they have to be pinched a certain way or in a certain spot, but I just couldn't get it. So I thought these might be an actual issue with my earbuds. So after this next pinch, I was able to eventually get it to turn off on one earbud, but not the other one. I began to think this might be an actual issue, but I wanted to check and make sure that it's just not me making a user error. So I went back and tried turning it off and on again just to see if they worked correctly. After a few more tries, I think I got it down, so I wouldn't say there's an issue here. Okay, now the final check to see if the ear tips are gonna break off when I remove them. So the issue here is that the ear tips are really difficult to take off apparently, and it led to some people actually just ripping off the ear tip. So taking a stab at removing these ear tips, I was thinking that it was pretty impossible to take these off without damaging the earbuds. So after trying to pull this ear tip out for a little bit, I knew I was doing something wrong. So I decided to look up instructions on Samsung's website. And apparently they do have specific instructions on how to remove the ear tip. So the way to do it is to actually unfold the ear tip fully. Once it's unfolded, you just need to fully grasp the ear tip between your fingers and just give it a good yank. It's stuck on pretty tight, so I would say that you would need to give it a pretty good tug and it should come off pretty cleanly. So I would say that was harder than it should have been, and I can see how people are breaking these ear tips. Something to notice here is that there are little nubs for the ear tips when you attach them. It looks like it helps align them and secure them in place. Attaching the ear tip is pretty simple. You just have to align the nubs together and push down, and you should hear and feel the ear tip click into place. So I do think that the ear tips have a high potential of breaking off when you're trying to remove them. So I would say that Samsung does need to find a better solution for these in the next revision. So mine look to be overall in good shape. It's unfortunate that Samsung is having issues with quality control on these buds because it's a great new design, but I think they might get overshadowed by these issues. I think Samsung made the right decision to halt shipments and delay the release to review their quality control. These are still some of the best earbuds out, so I hope you guys enjoy yours too. See you guys in the next one.